So welcome to the third episode here. We want to create here our views, our core data model and persistent Swift files. So here in our project, in our code app.xc data model ID, and in the entities we have to create our favorite code data model here. Favorite code, yep. And here we have an ID attribute. So this is an ID, and this is UUID type. So after that we have the content here, and this is type of a string. And after that we have the other. So here we have the string type. So here it goes. And our persistent persistent data Swift file, here we have to say private func here. So here we have to define a private func, configure persistent store. Here in our function we have to add extension here. So we have an extension for the URL, and this is a static func, and it names store URL, and here accepts a for, and this is app group, and this is string type, and we have a database name, string type here, and it returns a URL to us. And here we have gardlet file container equal to file manager. The default container URL, and for security application group identifier is app group here, and here we have else fatal error, and we say failed to find app group container for, and here we say app group, and then we return our file container that pending path component, and this is our database name here dot SQL. So here, and here configure persistent store, you have to define that let store URL equals to URL dot store URL, and for we have to go to our code, and here for signing here, let me just see. We have to add a capability here, app groups here, and let me just add a new app group, group.pro Priya Sadri and code app here. So here we have to use it in our persistent and define it here. So group, here our name, set group that Priya Sadri that could code app here, and for the database name we use the favorite code. Favorite code. Yep, that's it. So this is the group. When you create a new group, let me just create a new capability and group app, and yep, here you can add any group. So the group that your name or your identifier here, my identifier is Priya Sadri, and then your app name. So this is the code app. So here we use that. Here you can use your own, and our database name is favorite code that we built in here, favorite code. So after that we have a let store description equal to ns persistent description, and we want to pass the URL, and we pass the store URL here, and here we have to say container the persistent interface persistent store description. So persistent description equal to an array of store description here. Let me just see where it goes. Yep, that's it. So here we just remain the same, and then here we have to pass the let me just see where it goes. If memory, yep, here we have to pass it else. And we have to pass the configure persistent data. And let me just see. So here in our for, we have to pass the let favorite code, favorite code, and then context. This is our context. Well, let me just clear things up here. So here we have our preview. Let me just create a preview here. So here we have a static function here. Static function create preview controller, and this is it. So this is a persistent controller, persistent let me just create the persistent controller first. So this is our persistent controller, and gives back us that, and yep. So here you have to say let controller controller equal to persistent controller persistent controller here, persistent controller, and here in memory equal to true, and then get view context equal to controller with container with view context. And here we have to define our populate peer view data. So another private func here. So private static func populate preview data. And we have in, and we pass a context here. This is ns manage object context type, and we have for loop. So in 0 through 10, and then we have a let here favorite quote, and we pass the context, and after that we have a do try context. Let's save here, and we have a catch. You have to catch the error here, so fatal error, and here unresolved error, and here we print out the error. And after that we have two things here, so error as ns error dot user info. That's it. So error, yep, good. And here we have populate data here, so populate preview data in view context, and we have to return our controller here, return controller. So here we passed our create preview data here. So let me just, for the preview we have persistent controller, and let me just see here. So it is equal to create preview controller here, and that's it. Container, and we have it in memory here, and yep. So container loading complete. Yep, that's it. Private configure. Configure restore, populate, and URL. So this is basically what happens here. We define our persistent store here for our group here, and we define our database name. So this ns persistent store description take care of our URL here. This create a URL for us, and we pass it to our container here. So our container here, this is the ns persistent container, and here we have the name of the database, and it stores our data we pass through it. So this is it, and let me just go, this is our core data model completed. So let me just create a new group here in our root file. So command option in, so views, and here we have to, first of all we have to create our image, selection view. So here we have this one, let me just copy and paste the assets here that we have. Let me just clear the app icon, and let me just select the assets and paste it here. So here we have our images 1 through 9, and we have an app icon here. It's so nice. You can place any icon you want for the app. So here, let me just close these things up, and here up. Nope. What's going on? Yep. And here, let me just do something here. Yep. Here you go. And here in our image section selection, image selection view, here we have to define our images. So what's going on? So we do that later. Let me just stick to the image section here. Image selection. So let me just some space. Yep, I think we have to get rid of these and get rid of these, and we just want a V stack here. So V stack, and get rid of these, get rid of these, and get rid of these, and also get rid of this. No, that's good. So we don't have any error right now, and we want to create our image selection view. Let me just show you. This is our image selection view here. So here we have let images equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this is it. And here we have to define an app storage for the images to make our selection persistent. So app storage selected image, that is the name for the storage, and we have the variable of selected image here. This is a string type, and by default it's gonna be D1. Here it goes. And here we have a navigation view. Navigation view here, and here we have the scroll view, and then we have lazy v-grid. Yep, a container view that arranges its child view in a grid that grows vertically, creating items only as needed. So here for columns we have the grid item, and the size would be dot flexible. Flexible here. Let me just clear things up. Dot flexible, and here we have to say again grid items. Again the size dot flexible, So here you go, and let me just copy and paste this one another time. And this should be good, and let me just get rid of this, and here it goes. Let me just see, grid items, columns, grid items, flexible, and here it goes, and this one, this is good. And here we have forage, and we have the images, and for the ID we have self and image name in Yep. So here we have to pass our image title here. So image title. Let me just copy and paste this one to make sure that we get rid of these errors. Yep. Here we have 3 grid items. That is for 3 of them, and 3 by 3, so and spacing of 20. So let me just create our image title here. So here we have an extension for our select. So extension, this is a private extension. So private extension image selection view, and this is at view builder func image title, and this accept a for that is image name and type of a string here, and an image name. So let me just pass this image name here to see what's going on. Yep, and this packs some view here, some view. And we are good to go here, right? Let me just see our preview, and then we're good to go. Yep. Here we have different views here. So this is that resizable, and aspect ratio content mode.fit. And we have a clip shape, and this is a rounded rectangle. And the corner radius size would be 10. Here, that's it. And we have overlay. Let me just pass the overlay after that. So we have a frame. You have to frame it with 120 and height 160 here. And we have on tap gesture here, on tap gesture, and we have to pass the selected image equal to image name. So that's it. After that we have to create another function here. So function border for selected image and the image name and string type here, and it returns some view here, some view, and here we have a rounded rectangle and the corner radius would be 15, and we have that stroke, and for that stroke, if the selected image equal to image name, then would be dots blue, then would be color not clear, and the line width would be 5. So basically that would be this is our border here. So let me just add some animation here for smoothing here. So with animation here, and then we have a static, and we have the image detail view here. Here we have a struct image detail view, and this is a view type here. So for our body we have to pass an image here. So we want to have an image name here. This is type of string, and we pass it here, image name here, dot resizable with aspect ratio content mode dot fit, and navigation title would be image name, and then navigation bar title, navigation bar title display mode would be that inline here. So this is it, and let me just create a static func that would be configure navigation bar appearance, that's it. So we have let appearance equal to UI navigation bar appearance, and we have appearance we have 2p here. Let me just clear this up. Appearance that configure with opaque background, configure with opaque background here, yep, and appearance that background color would be UI color dot system background. And here you have UI navigation bar that appearance that standard appearance equal to appearance, and then UI navigation bar dot appearance again dot scroll edge appearance equal to appearance. That's it. And here we have to define it in init here, so we have to passes the image selection view that configure appearance here. So after that, let me just overlay this one. So that overlay, and here we have the order for selected image, and we have to pass the image name here. So let me just see. Yep, that's working fine. And here we have, in our scroll view, here we have that padding. That navigation title would be choose an image here, and then navigation bar title spell mode would be dot large, and here it goes. This is our choose. What is that? Yep, we have to padding it more. Yep, here I think we have to pass it to the lazy grid. Yep. Yep, good enough. So we have a padding here, and let me just pass it to scroll view. Yep. Good. So this is our image selection. Then we have the favorite view here. So in our view, so here we have new SwiftUI files. So we have let me just first create our card view here. So here our card view, we have to state variable code, and this is a code model here. Code model, yep. And here we have the app storage, and we have to retrieve our selected image from the app storage. So selected image, that's the same name in our image selection view here. Selected image, yep. Let me just copy and paste this one, and here we have a variable of selected image, and this is string type, and by default is 1, and here we have to pass view context here for our app core, so environment, and then we have to pass our managed object context, and this is a private variable, and this is view context here. So here we have another variable private let card width equals to UI screen that's main that bounds that width -40, and yep, we retrieve our UI our screen width, and this is -40. If that would be responsive to any size of the devices, Apple devices. So here we have ZStack So in our ZS stack we have two things that we want. Let me just pass the content view here. So let me just create a code here, and this is the code model, and author would be author name. This is a simple code, and we have to pass the empty string here. So here it goes. Yep. I actually want this one and this one, and yep. So here we have to create some extensions. So we have the extension for our card view. Here we have a variable for background layer and type of some view here. So here we have a ZS stack, and we have a rounded rectangle. Here we have the corner radius of 50, and the shadow would be 3, and we have the opacity of 0.7. Let me just add it to this one. So background layer here. Yep, the opacity is 0.7, and we have got overlay here. And here we have the image, and here we pass the selected image for it, and this is a resizable, and here we have to clip shape it with the same rounded rectangle and corner radius of 50. Yep. And after that we have the rounded rectangle with corner radius of 50, and here we have a foreground style with that ultra thin material. So that's our card here. So after that we have to create our contents layer here. So here we have a variable for content layer, and it is again some view here. This is a VS stack. Here we have a spacer, the text, and we say code dot content, or yep, dot content, and here we have the font, and would be dot system, and this for the system would be dot title, and then design would be dot rounded, and here rate would be dot bold. Here let me just add it to our ZS stack here. So content layer. Here we have, this is a simple code here. So here we have a padding of 30, and then here minimum scale factor would be 0.3. Here we have another spacer, and yep, this is in the center of our card. So here we have variable of author and favorite button. This is some view, here we have HS tag here. Let me just add it to this one. So we have author, and yep, this is an HS tag. So here we have text, and we have to say quote dot author here, and we have another font and dot system, and would be the title too. Then the design again would be rounded, design would be dot rounded, and the weight would be dot regular, and dot italic, and we have a padding here. So after our padding we have another spacer here, and we pass our favorite button here. So let me just create it, and then we have a padding of 50. So here we have a variable of our favorite button here, and returns some view. So here we have a button, and for the action we have to pass the function here, this function toggle favorite. Let me just pass it, and then we hit to this one, so title favorite here, and then here we have the image and system, image system name would be, if its code is favorite, would be heart.fill, else would be just heart, and dot font would be the title too, and dot foreground style will be dot primary. So what is going on here? Yep. In our core view here we have it. So this is foreground color. Let me just pass the foreground color, the primary, and yep. So here we have the if not code is favorite, then you have to add code. Add favorite code, here, and here we have else, so remove favorite code. This is good. So in our function we have to create add favorite code here, and we have let request equal to favorite code, and favorite code, and then we have the fetch request here. No, sorry about that. This is for the remove one. So let's new code equal to favorite code, and for the context we pass the view context here. So here we want to pass our attributes here. So new code equal .id, .id equal to code ID, .id new code dot author equals to code dot author, and new code dot content equal to code dot content. So, and then we pass the code is favorite equal to true. Then we have to say save context. And let me just see, where is the save context? Yep. We have to add it, so func save context, and we have do try new context dot save, and after that we have a catch block to catch the error if any error happens. So catch print out error dot localize description. So here it goes, and here we have to again func remove favorite code here, and here we have to request it from the we have to get all the data, search for the specific one, and then remove it. So we have let request, and we send a request to our core data, so favorite code, dot fetch request, then request dot predicted equal to ns prediction, and then we have to format it. So the format, we have the id equal to, and here this is it, and here we have to pass the code.id for it. So let me just close up some apps here. Okay, yep. So here if let results equal to try, then we have the view context dot fetch, and here we have passed the request one. So here for results, in results, then we have to pass the view context dot delete, and the object would be result, and then code dot is favorite equal to false, and after that we have to pass the save context. So that's it. So basically when we press the favorite button here, it toggles for us, it checks for if the code is favorite or not. If it is not favorite, it adds to our favorite code, our data model. If is favorite, it removes for us. So we added the favorite code to our data model. With this code right there, we have to pass the new code ID, and then we have to say save context here. So here it goes. It create a newest instance favorite code for us, and for the remove, we get all the records, and then we formatted predicted with this condition ID equal to code ID, and then we go through each one. If it's going on, and it returns an array for us, so we have to loop it through it, and we delete it, and then we save it. So this is it, and here in our view stack we have some styling to do. We have to frame it, so we have to frame it with, we have to pass card width, and then for the height we have to pass card width multiplied by 0.5, and then we have sorry about that, we have card width, and here we have height card width multiplied by 0.5, and then we have dot padding, and we have a padding of bottom, and we have passed to 20. So this is it, and let me just create our feed, our favorite view here. So let me just create our control N, command N, and here we have favorite view here. In our favorite view we have an environment, managed object, so add environment, and here we have that manage object context, and here we have private variable of view context view context, and here we have to get a fetch request, so fetch request, and here we have entity of favorite code dot entity, and the sort description we pass a null array here and an empty array, so we have private variable favorite codes here equal to fetch results fetched results, and this is favorite code, nope, favorite let me just see, yep, that's it, good. And let me just type it, so favorite code here, yep, and his type of not equals, yep, good. And here in our body we have a VStack, and here we have to pass in spacing of 0, spacing 0, and then we have a custom title here, so we have a private extension here, so private extension for our favorite view, and here we have ViewBuilder, and here we pass the function of custom title, And here we pass a text, string, and returns a sum view here, so sum view here, and we have a text, and we pass the text here, the font, that large title, that bold, and we have a padding the top, and we have a 30, and we have a padding that's leading and 20, and here we have a frame, and we have a max width dot infinity, and alignment would be dot leading here, and we have a background here, and here we have color, UI color, pass a UI color to it, and this is dot 30 system group background here. So we have our custom title here. So custom title, for the text we have to pass the favorites. So this is a reusable component that you can use it everywhere in your next coding apps or in this app. So here we have a variable of favorite list, and this is some view, and here we have a list for it. So here we have for each, and this is favorite code. We pass in favorite codes, and here we pass the code, and here you have a VS stack, and let me just pass the alignment dot leading, and for the content let me just get rid of this, and here it goes. We have a text, here code dot content, if not you have to say unknown code, then we have dot font would be dot body, bold, then we have a padding for 2, and then we have a text, again text, and code.clutter, then we have to say unknown clutter, the font would be .subheadline, and then we have to pass the italic, and again padding of 2. So let me just pass it here in our VSX, so favorite list here. So this extension, this is for our UI component, so mark UI component, and another extension we have the function here, so mark functions here. So we have extension, and this is private extension, sorry about that. So private extension, and this is a favorite view, and we have a func, and this is a delete code, at, and we have an offset here. This is an index set type, and here we have offsets, dot for each, and then we have index in, and let code equal to favorite code, and index and view context dot delete, and we pass the code here, and here we try to view context dot save. Here it goes. This is our delete code, and again we have a configure navigation bar appearance. So we have a static func configure navigation bar appearance here, and let's appearance equal to UI navigation bar appearance, and then appearance dot configure opaque background. So appearance dot background color equal to UI color dot system background, and UI navigation bar dot appearance dot standard appearance equal to appearance equal to appearance, and then UI navigation bar dot appearance dot scroll edge appearance equal to appearance. Yep, that's it. So let me just go for it, and yep, for the init of this we pass it. So we init it favorite view dot configure navigation bar title, and then we have to the list, to the VS stacks here. So here, let me just see. Yep, we have undelete here, so undelete, and we have to perform and delete code, and we pass the index set here. So this is it. This is our favorite, and then we gonna hit the our final view here. So this is our fit view. So let me just see. Yep, fit view here, and here we have we have to define that state object variable of code object, and it is equal to code ViewModel, a new instance of our ViewModel, so an instance that we created in the episode 2, and state private variable show sheet equal to false, and at state private variable show favorite sheet equal to false. And here we have to create our subviews here, and then we are good to go. So let me just add some extension to our feed view. So we have variable of header view, and this is some view here. Some view. Here we have view stack, and here we have header view. So here we have edge stack. We have a text, and it goes for codes, and that font would be .system, system style, and would be .large title. Then the design would be .rounded, and the weight black. Here, let me just see it. Yep. And here we have a spacer. Then we have the favorite button and setting button. So here we have to create them. So we have the variable here for favorite button here. So this is some view, and then we have a button, and for action we pass the show favorite sheet equal to true. Then we have to say the image, and system name would be .heart.fill. Then the font would be the title 2, and the foreground color would be the primary. So here let me just add it. So favorite code, favorite button. And here we have padding, and we say sheet, and for our sheet we have is presented, and we have the $sign show sheet, show $sign show favorite sheet, and for the content we pass the favorite view here. So this is it, and after that we have a setting button. So variable setting buttons, some view here, some view, and here we have another button here. So for the action we pass the show sheet equal to true. And here, just give it a variable here, true, and that's it. And here we have the image, system name, image, system name would be gear shape. Shape.fill. So if you ask a question for where does this go, I found it. If you already know, this is good. If you don't, we have the SF symbols app, and this is built in SwiftUI. So let me just and yep, you can this is the native Swift icons here. You can use all of these. It's a lot of icons here that you can use. It uses the Apple design, and this is good. for your app. So let me just add it to this one. So setting button here. Yep, here we have the font, dot title 2, and we have the foreground color dot primary, and we have a padding dot trailing here, and after that we have a sheet, and it's presented. We have show sheet, and here we pass the image selection view here. So this is our header, and let me just see. Yep, here we have say padding. So here it is our header view, and then we have to create our code list, and we are good to go. So we have code list view, and there's some view here. So scroll view, shows indicators equal to false. And for the content, we have to pass a lazy via stack here. Lazy v stack here, and here we have for each, and here we pass the code object dot items, and here we have code in, and here we have to say card view. Then we have the code of code, then we have on pure, then we have code object dot load. Let me just load more content if needed, and item we have the code. So I think this is it, and I will pass the this is the code paste. So here we have it right there. So let me just command an R and build it, and we are good to go for this episode. And in the next episode we are tackled to the creating the widget for this app, and yep, launching app. Yep, here it goes. As you can see, running code on an iPhone. So in the meantime, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell notification, and share this video with your friends, and like it if you like this playlist. So yep, sorry about that, we have to make some changes here. So let me just open my content view here. So here, yep, here we have to pass fit view, and yep, and in our code app we have to pass the persistence, and yep, That's good. So here I press Command and R. Then I think we have it. Yep, you have it right there. So this is our favorite. This is our image selection. Works fine. So I like this one here. This goes to my favorite. Step with care and great text, and remember that life is a great balancing act. So this is it. So let me just add it to my favorites, and we open the app here. Here it goes. Let me just delete it if it deletes. Yep, that's fine, that's working. So in the next episode we're gonna build our widget for our app, and then with widget kit, and this is the last episode of this series tutorial for building this great app. So thanks for watching, subscribe me, and be safe until the next one. Bye bye.